I hope you guys had a great Monday. Are you actually feeling it's a new week? Are you actually aware that a new week has started? Because to me, it seems like every day. How are you guys doing? How has Monday treated you today? I bet it was better than most other Mondays. If it weren't, then here I am to make it a little better for you guys. Yes, make yourself feel a little more comfortable, a little more confident. Yes. Hello. Hi Anuj, hi. Superb man, superb. I am super excited as well. I'm happy and I'm happy that, you know, you're able to do this now. Easy for my child. Every child needs. Okay. Right, so where's everyone? Hi guys, hi. Hi Aju, hello. Superb, superb Aju. Equally excited, equally stoked. Right. So what I have for you guys today is the fourth lecture on time, speed, and distance, where we deal with actual CAT questions. So in yesterday's session, what we looked at were questions from 2017 and 2018. Today, what I have for you guys is a happy number, 9 questions from 2018 and 2019. Yes. Are you guys excited? Are you guys glad that you did this on a Monday? Yes, I don't think a Monday could get any better. Yeah, great. Yeah, so if you guys haven't already liked or if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, you know what you have to do, guys. Yes, like this video because you know how awesome this is gonna be. Yes, also do not forget to subscribe to Unacademy CAT. Yes, do we have anyone new here? Anyone new? Anyone who hasn't been attending my live sessions? Anyone who hasn't been attending my sessions at all? Anyone who got to know about this from a friend? Anyone who got to know about this from a colleague, a relative? Hi. Hello, hello, Muskan. Hi, Archana. Super. Great. Hi, Prince. Hi. Hello, Girish. Divya. Hi. Good evening, man. Right. Hemant is new here. Hello, hello, Hemant. Hi. Welcome to the session. I hope you continue. I hope you continue coming at 6:30 because that's what we do, right? Every day 6:30 to 8 p.m. is Amit Surana time. Yes, we deal with one concept. We take it for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. Yes, depending upon the length of the concept, depending upon the number of questions. Yes, and then we solve we solve it in such a good way in we solve the hell out of it. That's the word that I wanted to use, but then yeah, great, super. There's so many people. Hello Avik, hi Vijay, hello Vibor. Great to see you guys. Hi Shahid, hello. Right, so if anyone is here who does not know anything about me, I'm here to tell you that my name is Amit Surana. I am an aeronautical engineer from Chennai. I've been teaching for 5+ years. I've been teaching quantitative aptitude not only for CAT but also other competitive exams. And I have trained over 2 lakh students achieve what they always wanted to. If I include you, then it's going to be a little more than that. Yes. If you're planning on sharing this on any of your social media platforms, guys, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, wherever, please use this hashtag cat live daily. Yes, tag this so that we know you are sharing this, so that we know that you're doing something apart from just regular, news feed updating and all that stuff, right? Great. And if you are planning on joining a community for CAT, then this one's for you. We have a group on Telegram for aspirants who are planning on taking CAT 2020, not only 2020 but also 2021. Yes. All you have to do is download Telegram, type in this URL on your browser, tinyurl.com/unacademy chat. Yes, All the after session stuff happens there, right? All the notes are being shared there, any information, any news that is to be given is done there, right? I am also a part of the group. I'm one of the admins, so if you have anything to talk with me, you can go ahead and do that as well. Yeah. Also, the Unacademy subscription, if you're planning on taking the plus, if you haven't already done it, guys, this is the best time to do it. Yes, thanks to the government for extending the lockdown, which basically means you get some more time to prepare, right? When I say more time to prepare, I mean more dedicated time. Yes, and if you're looking for an environment, an ambience that will help you focus 100% and beyond on getting the score that you always wanted to, then this is the place. Look at how affordable these prices are, and also if you use Surana Live, you would get a 10% discount on it. Yes. So without any further ado, are you guys ready? Are you guys super excited? Do you guys have all the stuff that is required? Do you have a notebook and a pen? Do you have a water bottle for the small celebrations that we do? And do you have the energy that I always wanted? Yes. Are you guys excited? Are you guys thrilled for today's session? Are you guys ready? If you see, there is a timer on the right bottom, right? This timer would let you know how much time you're spending on every question, and these are actual CAT questions relating to time, speed, and distance, which means if you answer these in time or way before time, that basically means you are almost ready, at least for that topic. Yes. Super great, so much energy, so much energy. Great, guys, great. All right then. Yeah, so the first question would be on the screen in another 2 seconds. If there's anything you want to say, now would be the time. Yes. After that, full focus, 100% attention on the question. Are you all ready? Great, superb. So much fire, so much energy. Amazing. Give the attendance by, okay, Aju, attendance. Okay, I thought we were doing this for enthusiasm and not attendance, but anyway, great. Whatever works for you. Yes. Okay, so my first question on the screen, 90 seconds begun already. Yes, I made sure I put the timer on the slide so that you know how much time you are spending on each question. Yes. A very interesting question, very interesting question. All that it would require is for you to use some visual aid, imagine what is going on in the question. Yes, understand the scenario and make equations. Simple as that. Yes. There's some answers coming in. Keshav, is that your name? Keshav. Great. Keshav says option D. Saurabh says option B. Okay. Okay. How about others? You spent enough time, guys. Enough time. You have about 15 seconds left on it. Just 15 seconds left. Quick, guys. This is an MCQ question, guys. MCQ question, which means before you, so here you can go ahead and give the answers, because here I would appreciate if you come up with the answers, whether right or wrong doesn't matter. Okay, the time is up, guys. The time is up. Yes, our clock has turned red, which means it's time for us to stop spending more time on this question. Yes, Prikash has an answer, Vibhor has an answer, Anuj has an answer, Aju also has an answer. Beautiful, guys, beautiful, super. Yeah, I guess we are on a roll already. Yes, yeah, great. So the right answer, of course, is option A, 1:4. Yes, like I said, the question requires nothing more than just understanding what the situation says, right? So we use a visual aid that will help us understand what the situation is and make equations in that perspective. Yes. So we have points A, P, Q, and B lie on the same line such that P, Q, and B are respectively 100, 200, 300 kilometers from A. Basically means what? If this is A, then 100 kilometers from A is point B, 200 kilometers from A is point Q. So let's consider, distance between the points, right? So between P and Q would be 100 then, and between Q and B would be another 100. Yes, so I understand this other half turned out to be other one third turned out to be longer than that. Anyway, cars 1 and 2 leave A at the same time, move towards B. So there's car 1, car 2, both leave A to move towards B. Simultaneously, car 3 leaves. Here is the key, simultaneously, which means they're doing it all at the same time, right? So there's car 3 on the other end. Car 3 leaves B and move towards A. Okay. Car 3 meets 1 at Q. So car 3 meets 1 at Q. Okay. So when I say they meet, it basically means what? That the time they've taken is the same. Correct? The time that they've taken is the same. Okay. And what else do we know? We also know that it meets car 2. So car 3 meets car 2 at P. Yes. So 3 meets 2 at P. Okay. If each car is moving in uniform speed, which means their speed throughout the journey remains constant, and the ratio of the speed of car 2 to that of car 1 is what is asked, right? Ratio of the speed. Yeah. Now here, look at this. Yes, this is at the same time, correct? So time taken by the first car and the time taken by the third car to reach this spot, they'd be the same. Yes. So if they're equal, what do we mean? We mean that the time is constant. If time is constant, then distance and speed are what? Directly proportional, right? Yes. So what is happening here? B covers how much? Sorry, 3 covers how much? 100 kilometers. 1 covers 200 kilometers, correct? So what do we have here? A, B, sorry, 1, 2 and 3, right? The cars, okay. 1, 2 and 3. Yes, so cars 1, 2 and 3. Yes. What do we know? When 1 covers 200 kilometers, 3 covers 100 kilometers. Yes. So that's sorted. What else do we know? We know that when, so again, the time taken by car 2 to reach here and time taken by car 3 to reach here is the same. If they are the same, then what do we know? Time is constant, and if time is constant, then for sure the distance and speed are directly proportional, right? Which means what? Car 3 from B traveled how much? 100, 200 kilometers. Yes. So 200 kilometers traveled by car 3 is the same as what? 100 meters traveled by 100 kilometers traveled by car 2. Yes, this is the ratio here. Yeah. Now what does the question ask? The question asks the ratio of what? 1 and 2. In fact, 2 is to 1. Yes. Okay. So how would we answer this question? We know for a fact, right? This will involve just a little bit of information, a little bit of concepts from ratios and proportions, right? So 200 is to 100, yes, and in the second case, what do we have? 100 is to 200. Yes, these are the ratios of their distances, which means these are also the ratio of their speeds. Yes. Now, what are we doing here? We are trying to combine these three ratios because we want the ratio of 1 and 2. Yes, how do we combine it? We make sure that the common ratio, right? The common ratio is the same. So here, if you see, the common ratio is car 3's speed, which is 100 and 200. So we're going to have to make the same. So what do we do? Multiply this entire ratio with 2. Yes. What would happen then? This would become 200. So it is the constant here. So when C3 travels 200, C2 travels 100. Yes. How about C1? 100, it travels 200, which means if this is 200, this will travel 400. Yes. So what is the ratio? What is the ratio of what? Car 2 is to car 1. Do not mess up this, guys. It's not car 1 is to car 2. It's car 2 is to car 1. That is what? 100 is to 400. Or in other words, 1 is to 4. Yes. A very direct use of the relationship between distance and speed when the time is constant. Distance and speed are directly proportional. Yes. We've not only used a concept from time, speed, distance, but also a concept from ratios and proportions. Yeah. So if you have any other answers, if you have given any other answers apart from option A, please look into it. Yes. Number two, you are lucky that here we do not have a trap answer saying 4:1 because they didn't want to, risk that, giving you a hint that one of these is the answer. But then sometimes what happens is there could be an answer choice that would say the answer is 4:1. Yes, so you need to understand what is the expectations of the question. Yes, of course, Muskan, I'll repeat it. Yes, it all depends upon this piece of information here, right? This imagination is what you have to do. Yeah. So what do we know? We know the distance, right? We know entire distance. Yes, split into 4 points: A, P, Q, and V. Each are what? 100 kilometers. Yes, each being 100 kilometers away from the previous point. Yes. Now what do we know? Car 1 and car 3 meet here. So car 3 moves from here, car 1 moves from here. They meet at this point. So can I say car 1 has traveled 100 plus 100, 200 kilometers? So then the ratio is what? 200. And car 3 travels what? Just 100 kilometers to reach point Q, right? So that is 100. So the ratio of their distances would be 200 is to 100. Or in other terms, it would be what? The ratio of their speeds would also be 200 is to 100. Why? Because they're meeting at the same time. Yes, so time is constant, which means distance and speed are directly proportional. Yeah. And car 2 and car 3 meet here at P. Yes, car 2 and car 3 meet here at P. So now car 3 has moved how much from here? It has moved 200 kilometers, and car 2 has moved what? Just 100 kilometers. So what would be the ratio? 100 for car 2, car 3 would be 200. Now since we want to combine this, we want to combine these three ratios, C1, C2, C3, what do? We make sure that the common, what is common here? C3. Between these two ratios, C3 speed is common. Yes, so we have to make sure that it's same in both ratios. Here it's 100, here it's 200. I'm going to change this into 200. So it would become what? 400 is to 100 is to 200. The question is asking what? Ratio of 1 is to 2, or the other way around, 2 is to 1, which is what? 100 is to 400, or in other words, 1 is to 4. Got it? Yes, Muskan. Is there anyone who has a question with this? Anyone? Very simple question, very straightforward question. Again, one simple tool to help us answer the entire question, the visual aid. Yes. Yeah. Muskan, is your query answered? Yes. Super. Okay, so we've completed a question. Anyone who's new here who hasn't been attending my sessions? Yes. What you need is a quick celebration. There we go. Yes. Great. Divya, why would you need another method here, right? This is very simple, very straightforward. Yes. The other method would probably be assuming the speeds. You can assume the speeds of 1, 2, and 3, but then you would not be aware of that. Or assume the time. Probably assume that, this was after 1 hour they started. Yes, this particular meeting, yes, of 3 and 1 happened after 1 hour, and this can be after 2 hours. Yes, I'm just saying this is just assumption, but then you would ultimately end up at the same spot because the question directly asks for the ratios. Why not directly go for the ratios? Yes, right. Superb then. Yep. Another question solved. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for the next question? Yes. This, okay, again, a question that this simple, again found in 2018's CAT, right? Kind of surprising, I know, kind of shocking also, I know. Yes. But then it is what it is. Either the question is so easy, or you guys are too smart. You decide which perception you require right now. Yeah. Great. Superb. So the next question would be up. Yes, the next question would be up. Have you guys done celebrating? Have you guys done, taking a sip? Have you forgotten this question already? Because the next question would be on the screen any second now. Yeah. Hi, Beneath. Good evening. Quick, join us. We've just solved one question. And I know, that you like time, speed, and distance a lot. Yes. Right, great. So everyone's got the answer. Superb. It's time for us to reset the clock, time for us to reset our mind as well, because the next question would be on the screen for you guys. You all ready? Yeah, great. So here we go. Another 90 seconds on the timer. Another question from 2018, second slot. Let's see how many can answer this within 60 seconds. Yes, within 60 seconds. In fact, to be honest, 60 seconds itself is a way, way overstated time. 30 seconds. Anyone 30 seconds? Yes. Anyone who will answer this question now? 30 seconds. Any answers? Very, very simple question. Very simple question. Makes you actually think, what is this question doing here? Quick, guys, quick. Vibhor, amazing, amazing, man, amazing. Less than 30 seconds. Salute, buddy, salute. Yes. Vibhor has come up with the answer, guys. Anyone else? Very simple question, very simple question. Too much extra information only to confuse you. Yes, you have 30 seconds left more. Trikash at it again. Superb Trikash. Answer is 50. Beautiful. Vibhor, क्या करे क्या करे? Probably the the board is thinking that, चलो थोड़ा इनका टांग खींचते, थोड़ा मस्ती करते हैं. Otherwise, in other aspects, this particular paper has been a nightmare for most of us. All right, guys, the time is up. 90 seconds up. The timer has turned red. Vineet has got the answer. Balram's got the answer. Anuj has got the answer. Aju also has the answer. Rahul also has the answer. Super. Exactly, Yash. That's what I'm saying, right? Too easy a question, right? Too easy a question. Too good to be believed that it was in 2018 CAT. But then, are we going to question that? Of course not. Yes. Very simple question. Yes, just that you have to get stuck at one point that will help you answer the entire question. Yes. Superb, Nikhil. Superb, Divya. Yeah. On a long stretch east to west road, A and B are 2 points such that B is 350 kilometers west of A. Yes. Don't let this confuse you, guys. Don't let this confuse you. Yes. If you don't understand this, it's still okay. Yeah. What does this mean that B is to the west of A? This is west. This is east. Yes. So if B is here, to the west of A, B would be A. Yes. This is what? What's the distance between them? 350 kilometers. Yeah. Now what is given to us? A car starts from A, another from B at the same time. One from A towards each other, right? So there are two cars towards each other. If they move towards each other, then they meet after 1 hour. So if they are in this direction, they meet after 1 hour. A piece of information that means nothing to us for this question. Yes, but the next information is what's important. If they both move towards east, so both of them are moving towards east, right? This direction. I'm sorry, it's the other way around. East west mein confuse ho gaya, see? What a silly mistake to make. For a question like this, where this does not even matter to us. This does not even matter to us. Yes. So B is 350 kilometers west of A. That is right. Yes. Now what do we know? If they move towards east, if both of them move towards east, they meet in 7 hours. So if this is their direction, yes, they take 7 hours to meet. Was the question asking difference between their speeds? Yes. So anyone who knows that, effective speed, or sorry, relative speed, anyone who's aware of what relative speed is, can actually answer this question in a jiffy, because if they're moving towards the same direction, then their relative speed is what? The difference of their speeds. Yes, in this case it will be speed of B minus speed of A, because B is chasing A. Basically means B is faster than A. Yes. What is this? What is speed, guys? What is speed? Distance over time, right? And what is distance here? Clearly given to us 350 kilometers. What is the time? 7 hours. This question is so easy, so easy. They did not even work hard on the numbers. They could have at least made the calculation difficult, but then they were like, ah, chalo yaar, ek question aise de de. Right? So if you get a question like this in your CAT, guys, high time to celebrate, high time to party, right? So what's the answer? 50 kilometers an hour. Yes, that is my answer. Very simple question, very silly question, in fact. Yes, but then 3 marks in your pocket. Yes, will surely help you boost your percentile, right? Great. Hi Shivani, hello. Yes, correct. Your answer is right as well. Vijay, correct. Girish, yes. Nikhil, beautiful. Yes, correct. Prince. Vibor, exactly, man. Exactly. This is an exception, right? This question is an exception. In fact, if you notice, all this extra stuff that we've done, right? This drawing, this 1 hour thing, all of this was for nothing. Yeah. But then you cannot always underestimate a question, right? So this question is one, literally one in a million in case of CAT. Yes. Yeah, so they hardly come up with a question like this, and they have done it this time, which means you ought to celebrate. Yeah. So all this piece of information, right? Everything that we've read here, all these pieces of information, good for nothing. All we needed was this. That's it. Yes. Correct, Balram. वही तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ. वही तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ. That's what I'm saying. Yes. All this solving is good for nothing in this question's case. But do not assume this would be the case for every question. So you cannot be too careful, but then you cannot take a question too lightly as well. Yes, अगर इतना simple question है, तो for once it will obviously strike some doubt. How is a question this simple? Yes. Superb. So yeah, a small sip like Aju has suggested, not something big, not a big sip, just probably two or three would do. Yeah, great. So another question answered, another one from 2018, surprisingly super simple as well. Yes. Are you guys ready for the next question now? Yeah. The third question would be on the screen. This was a TITA question. If there's anyone who does not know about TITA, it stands for type in the answer. There would not be any answer choices. There would be a text box. All you'll have to do is what? Type in your answer here. So just write 50 here and you're good to go. Yes. If you answer this correct, you get the same 3 marks. If you answer this wrong, you do not lose anything except for these 3 marks, which in this case, in this question's case, it is a lot. Yes, exactly, Girish. That's what I'm saying. Yes, great. Superb. All right, then. Next question on the screen coming up. Are you all ready? The clock's been reset. Here is the next question, guys. 90 seconds on the clock. Another one from 2018. Another one. So, this is the third question from the second slot of 2018. Please start reading this question. Yes. Any piece of information that you'd want to make a note of, most welcome. Yeah. To be honest, this question would actually require a little bit of that. Yeah, guys, 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left. This particular concept has many similarities to the concept of races. Yes, races, something that we had discussed 2 days ago. If you watch the second lecture of time, speed, and distance, the concept of races has been very beautifully explained. More than beautifully explained, it was more clearly, detailedly explained. All right, guys, your time is up. Your time is up. Your 90 seconds are up. What is the answer? Right. Vibhor, Trikarsh, Anuj, Nikhil, Muskan, superb. 5 kilometers, they say, all of them say 5 kilometers. Very nice. Aju also says 5 kilometers. Superb, Yash, 5 kilometers. Yes. But you guys will have to make sure that you do this a little before time. Yes, this question again is something that only requires one piece of information, right? One small logic, and you can answer this question in less than 30 seconds. Yes. Balram, no. 30, no. Please check. The answer is supposed to be 5. Check where you made the mistake. Yes. Okay, now how would we or how would anyone answer this question? So what do we know? We know that points A and B are 150 kilometers apart. Yes, 150 kilometers apart. Yeah. What else do we know? We also know that cars 1 and 2 travel from A to B, but car 2 starts from A when car 1 is already 20 kilometers away from A. Yes. What does it mean? So car 1, 2 both are here, okay. But car 2 starts when car 1 is already 20 kilometers away. So car 1 is here, car 2 is here, right? This is the gap. Now car 2 starts. So can I say, can you guys quickly tell me, anyone who's watched my video, anyone who's attended the session that we had day before yesterday, the session on races, can you say what is this particular thing called in races? Yes, what is the terminology for this situation? This situation where one car is waiting for the other car to move ahead a little and then this car would start again. Anyone? What is the situation called? Yeah, car 1 is 20 kilometers away already and then car 2 decides to start. They don't start at the same time. Car 2 waits for some time and then lets car 1 move till 20 kilometers and then starts. This 20 kilometers is called what? Head start. Beautiful, Balram. Beautiful. Yes, this is called head start. Now, in the case of head start, what happens? The initial distance between these two is what? 20 kilometers maintained. Yes, 20 kilometers. So head start, yeah, head start can either be told in terms of distance, that is 20 kilometers, or can also be told in terms of time. Yes, so head start in terms of time would be how much? So how much time do you think first car would have taken to cover this 20 kilometers is the question, right? How much would this time would have taken? Let's call it T for now, right? Yeah. Now, if they maintain uniform speed, when I say uniform, I mean similar speed. So car 1 and car 2 would have same speeds at different points in the total journey, which basically means what? Even when they reach, so when car 1 reaches here, yes, car 2 would still be behind, but this is not 20 kilometers. Why? Because their speeds are different at different points. Yes, but then the time, yes, the time at which the head start was taken, the same time gap this would also have. So car 2 to reach car 1, it would take T time again. Yes, correct. Great, guys, great. Yeah. So what do we have to find? We simply have to find how much time does car 1 take to go from point A to 20 kilometers. Yes, let's quickly do that. What do we know? We know that the first 50 kilometers, the speed is 100 kilometers per hour. Yes. So to travel 20 kilometers, the time taken by A would be how much? 20 kilometers, that is distance, over his speed at that point in time, which was 100 kilometers per hour. Yes. This is how much? 1/5. Yes, 1/5 of an hour. Yeah, this is what was taken. I'm not going to convert this into minutes because I know later also I'll have to calculate something using this time and I'll again have to change this into hours then, right? So I'm going to keep it as 1/5 of an hour. What do we have to find out? Distance. Yes. So I know that car 2, this is time. Okay, anyway, car 2, right? So time taken by car 2 to cover the last bit. Yes, to cover this last bit is how much? Same 1/5 of an hour. Yes, but what is its speed then? 25 kilometers an hour. Correct. at 25. What is time? Distance by speed again. Sorry, we have to calculate the distance. Yes. So what is distance here, guys? Distance is nothing but speed into time. In this case, the speed is what? 25 kilometers an hour, and time is what? 1/5. Very simple question. Just have to understand the concept of head start. That's it. Yes. What is the distance? 5 kilometers. Yes. What's the distance between these two guys? 5 kilometers. Yeah. Superb. Superb. Now, Anuj, it will not be 100 by 20, it will be 20 by 100. Yes. And I'm so glad everyone was able to answer this. Balram, Urvi, Vijay, Divya, Deepak, Vibhor, Avik, Anuj, Yash. Superb, guys. Superb. Yeah. So no point in converting this into minutes. Do not, make decisions in a hasty way, right? Think before you convert anything. Unwanted conversions will only extend the time. Yes. So what is the key point here? What is the key point here? The time taken for A, right, or car one to cover this 20 kilometers. Yes, the time taken for car one to cover this 20 kilometers is the same as the time taken by car 2 to cover the last bit. Yes. Why? Because they have the same speeds. Do you see first 50 kilometers, same speed, next 50 kilometers, same speed, another 50 kilometers, same speed? But the last 50 kilometers, the speed is what? 25 kilometers per hour. Yes. Balram, exactly. Time Q same hoga because see, first car leaves time अच्छा ये time this particular piece you're talking about ये वाला time क्यों same होगा this part why is this time and this time same okay consider a race okay you and your friend are running okay you and your friend are running forget the different speeds let's assume you both have the same speed right so here is Balram here is Balram's friend Hanuman I don't know I'm just assuming thoda sa Ramayan yes. Now, if you both are running in the same direction, okay, but what you do is you give Hanuman a little head start. Yes, you give Hanuman a little head start. You tell him that, bro, you go ahead for some time, and then I will join you, right? So you let him, go for 12 minutes. You're like, go ahead for 12 minutes. I will catch you up. Yes. But what happens? What happens when you give this 12 minutes, head start? What happens? He would reach early because your speed and his speed are the same. Yes. So what would happen? The same 12 minutes gap you would have towards the end also, correct? That's the same case. Got it? I hope you've understood this, Balram. Yes. Looking at these questions, set 2 of 2018 had somewhat easy quant questions. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. The other ones that we solved, percentages, profit and loss, even time and work actually took a toll on us, right? Those questions were actually kind of, sweat worthy. Yeah, but these questions are comparatively easy. Yes, but only with time, speed, and distance, like you said. Correct, Hemant. Yeah, of course. Are we done here? Balram, any questions? None? Great. Nikhil 20 kilometers nahi hai. Answer is 5 kilometers. Please quickly check. Yeah. My next question would be on the screen, but before that, ye wala question we solved it successfully. Yes, so time for a quick celebration. If you haven't had a water bottle next to you, please keep this in mind. We always do that. Yes, one quick sip and then move on to the next question. Helps us do two things. One, mental benefits would be we would be able to forget whatever happened because there has to be some activity, some event that should happen to help us forget the wrongdoings or the good doings, whatever, anything of the previous question, right? And number two, it also helps us body stay hydrated. Yeah. I'm inculcating this as a habit, as a culture, so that you can do that there as well. Right. So when you go take your actual cat, you can actually make this a habit. Yes. Okay, great. Anuj wants us to move on, which is what we are doing here, Anuj. Yes, are you all ready for the next question? Next question is here on the screen, and my timer has begun again. This is a question from 2019, just last year's question. It's on the screen for you guys. Have a quick look. Let's see who can answer this real quick. Who can answer this real quick? A very simple question, very simple question. I don't even know what this question is doing here. Yes, again, like I said, can't really predict cat. That's why they call it cat, Schrodinger's cat. Yes, or cat on a wall. Completely unpredictable, completely unsure of what it wants to do. Yes. Any answers? 50% of the time's done, 50% of the time's over. Any answers, guys? Oh, Trikash has already given the answer. Trikash has already given an answer. He says A is the answer, 20. So does Vibhor. Oh, okay, Nikhil. Yeah, my bad, buddy. I thought you were answering for the previous question, but yes. Yeah, guys, 5 seconds left. 5 seconds left. I have answers from Trikash, Vibhor, Deepak, and Aju. And your time's up. Yes, the timer's turned red. Are you guys done? Anuj has the answer as well. Superb, Anuj. Great. Yeah, just a long question. The question seems long when you read it, but then the information is very, very straightforward, right? The right answer is option A, 20. So, congratulations on that, getting a question right. Another question right. Chaya, Nikhil, you'll have to recheck, right? You'll have to recheck the answer. Yeah. So, what does this question say? Two cars travel the same distance. So, what's the key? Same distance, but one starts at 10 a.m., another starts at 11 a.m. So can I say the difference between their times is 1 hour? Yes, okay, on the same day. Again, yeah, so I don't know why this piece of information is given on the same day. If this was not given, we would still have assumed it's the same day, but still. They reach their common destination at the same point of time. Yes, their common destination at the same point of time, which basically means what? Whatever is the common destination between these two, right? They reach at the same time. Yes, so time is constant there in that case. Yes. If the first car traveled for at least 6 hours, so the first car, it has traveled how much? So let's call this as the first car. Yes, at least 6 hours, which means what? Greater than or equal to 6 hours is the time taken by the first car. Then the highest possible value of the percentage by which the speed of the second car could exceed that of the first car is. Yes. Now we do not want the maximum value for this time. We do not want the maximum value for this time either. Yes. So how much time do you think car 2 would take? Yes. What do we know? One starts at 10 a.m., the other starts at 11 a.m. There's a gap of 1 hour, which means if this car would take 6 hours, this car would take 5 hours, right? If this car would take 7 hours, this car would take 1 hour less, 6 hours. Yes. So can I say this time taken by the second car would be greater than or equal to 5 hours? Yes. Super. Now what is told to us that the percentage should be the highest. Yes, highest possible percentage. Yeah. Now, so here let's look at the ratio here, right? Now we know that the ratio of their time is how much? At least 6, at least 5. Yeah. And we know the difference between these two has to be 1 hour. Yeah. Now what do we know about speed then? If time ratio of time is something, speed would be the opposite of that. Okay, now what do we have to make? We have to make this percentage value greater. Yes. So let's see this. Let's look at this. We know the difference has to be 1 hour. Okay. So if I assume that the speed of the first car is 1, yes, then the speed of the second car would be what? 1 extra than that, 2. Yes. What is the percentage change here from 1 to 2? How much is the percentage change here from 1 to 2? 100%, right? Now the same thing, if I were to consider say 9 hours or 10 hours, yes, So car 1 speed is 10 kilometers per hour. So car 2 speed will be what? One more than that, 11 kilometers per hour. Correct? Now look at the ratio. What is it? How much is the increase? Look at the percentage increase from 10 if 1 is increased, which means 1 out of 10 is increased. That's nothing but 10%. Yes. So we have to make sure, what if you notice here what's happening, we have to make sure that the numbers, the denominator remains very small. Yes, to increase the percentage value. Correct? Because percentage change is what? Percentage change is what? Difference over the base value. Correct? Into 100. Now in this case the base value is what? Speed of first car. Yes, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. Yeah. So we have to make sure that the base value remains small, extremely small, so that the percentage change can be maximum. So what should I do? I have to keep it minimum, right? So what is minimum here? In case of time, minimum 6, minimum 5. In case of speed, it will become what? 5 and 6. Got it? So understanding this would be very important, right? This would play a very important role in answering this question, right? Why is it exactly 5 and why is it exactly 6 and not, 7 or 8, 9 or 10, 11 or 12, whatever. Clear? Yeah. So what is happening here? 5 to 6, how much is the increase, guys? What's the difference? The difference is 1. Yes, difference is 1. What is the base value? There's an increase from here till here, correct? That is what? 1 by 5 into 100, which is 20 percentage. Yeah, got it? So the key here is to what? Understand this part. Understand why should it be 5 and 6 and not more than that. Clear? Superb, guys. Amazing question. Very interesting question. Did not take up a lot of time. Should not take up a lot of time either. Yes. Superb. Great. So anyone who said the answer is not 20%, please check. Okay, Nikhil has got it. Very nice. Chaya, please check. Yes, please check if you've gotten the answer 20 now. Yeah, 20 percentage is my right answer. Yeah, no confusions then. Very simple question. Quick celebration should not take us more time to take a quick sip. Yes. Cheers. So are we ready for the next question, guys? Are we ready for the next question? The timer has been set. So far, we've solved 4 questions, and all these 4 questions were in our favor. Have you noticed that? All these 4 questions were in our favor. Very simple questions, very straightforward questions also. Yes. Only thing that we have to do is what? Just understand the given situation. That's it. Yes. Superb, superb. Great. All right, then time for us to move on to the next question. Yes, the next question on the screen in another second, and there we go. 90 seconds on the clock. Another question from 2019's first lot. We've solved 4 questions so far. Everything in our favor. Very straightforward, very simple questions. Yes. Superb. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Anuj. Hats off to you guys as well for being cooperative and being interactive. Great. This question again, a very simple question, right? Very simple question. Just need to understand the given situation, right? This case we have 2 situations, right? There are 2 situations given to us. All we have to do is what? Try and understand what these situations are trying to tell us. Yes. Yes, guys, 30 seconds remaining on the clock. 30 seconds remaining on the clock. Do you guys have an answer? Another question that deals not only with time, speed, and distance, but also deals with percentage. Trikash, at it again. Less than a minute. Very nice, Trikash. Superb. This time Nikhil also has an answer 22. Great Nikhil, superb. Anyone else who would want to answer this question? The time is up. The time is up. So Trikash and Nikhil say the answer is option A. What do you guys have in mind? Others? Anuj says option A, 22 is also right. Very nice. These answers are in percentage. I hope you guys have read that part of the question, right? Now the answers have started coming in. Very nice. Vibhor, great. Deepak, great. Aju, superb. Yes. Very simple question, just that there are two scenarios given to us, right? What do we know? One can use three different transports which move at 10, 20, and 30 kilometers an hour. Okay. Let's call it speed 1, speed 2, speed 3, right? Okay. To reach from A to B, Amal took each mode of transport one third of his total journey time. Yes, one third of his total journey time, which means if he took t minutes or t hours, right? So he took t hours, which means for every journey or every mode of transport, t by 3 hours he spent on it. Okay, great. While Bimal did what? He went the other way around. He split the distance by 3. Yes, so this is the case of Amal. Bimal did something different. What Bimal did is he split the distance into 3 parts and then used each of these speeds. Great. The percentage by which Bimal's travel time, right? This travel time exceeds Amal's time is nearest to what? So what do we have to find out? We have to find out the time taken for him to cover up the entire distance and for him also to cover up the entire distance. So let's call this time taken by Amal, time taken by Bimal. Yes. So what do we do here? Too many unknowns, right? Too many unknowns. You can go ahead with, the time being this or distance being this variable again. Yes. But what I have in mind is something that has helped us overcome this. Yes. Something that will help us overcome this variable. Yeah. Just substitute a value. Yes. Just substitute a value that will easily help us answer, divide by 30, 20, and 10. Yes. So take LCM 30, 20, and 10. It is what? 60. So take any multiple of 60, right? Any multiple of 60 would do. Yes. I'm going to go with, let's say, 180. Yes. So let's say A to B. Yes. Let's split this. Let's talk about Bimal first, right? Simple to do, simple thing to do, right? Let's talk about Bimal first. Yeah. So what do we have? We have split this. We have considered this to be 180 kilometers. Yes. So time taken by Bimal would be what? Time taken in the first case plus second case plus third case, right? So first distance is what? 60 kilometers by 10. This would be the time, right? What is time? Distance by speed, right? Plus another 60 kilometers were traveled, but now at 20 kilometers per hour. Plus another 60 kilometers were traveled at 30 kilometers per hour. Yes. So totally what do we have here? We have 6 plus 3, 9 plus 2, 11. Yes. So what is this? 11 hours. Correct. Yeah. So what is this? 11 hours. Yeah. Now let's look at Amal's case, right? Let's look at Amal's case. What Amal does is he splits the time into 3 equal parts. Yes. So whatever is the time he has taken for the first part, yes, first journey, that would be what? Whatever we found out the distance to be by 10. Yes, we know the distance will not again be 60, 60, 60. Amal ke case mein, in the case of Amal, the distance is not split by 3. It's not equal 3 equal parts. No. The time is 3 equal parts, which means this should be, so first distance, that is distance covered at 10 kilometers per hour, should be equal to distance covered at 20 kilometers per hour, which should be equal to distance covered at 30 kilometers per hour. Correct? This should be the case. The time should be the same in all 3 cases, right? So what do we have then? We have to split this 180. We have to split this 180 in what ratio now? Yes, since the time is constant, what happens to distance and speed? Directly proportional. Yes, so if the speed is in the ratio 10 is to 20 is to 30 or 1 is to 2 is to 3, The distance, the speed should also, the distance should also be split in the ratio 1 is to 2 is to 3. Yes. So let's quickly split this in the ratio 1 is to 2 is to 3. What would we get? The total would be what? 6 parts, which means the first part would be 30. Yes. The second part would be 60 and the third part would be 90. Correct? 30, 60 and 90. Would you agree? Yes. Now what do we have here? We have to find the time. Yes, time would be the same, so all you have to do is calculate it for once. Yes, so here if I calculate for this would be what? 30 kilometers covered at 10 kilometers per hour, which is 3 hours. 3 hours for one part of it. There are 3 parts of it, right? So second part another 3 hours, third part another 3 hours, which means a total of 9 hours. What is the question asking us to do? The question is asking us to find out how much is this greater than this. Yes, how much is 11 greater than 9? So how do you find out percentage change? First find out the difference over the base value. Yes, and multiply it with 100. What is the difference in this case? 9 minus 11 would be 2 over what should be the base? Should it be 11 or 9? 9, because from 9 we are comparing how much is this exceeding. Yes, so 2 by 9 into 100, which is what? What is 2/9 in terms of percentage, guys? 22.22 percentage. The closest is what? 22 percentage, which is option A. Yes. So what we've done here is, instead of directly dealing with variables, we've just taken numbers. Yes, we've just taken numbers that will help us split evenly without causing any confusions between variables. Yes. Balram, please check. Please check, Balram. If there's anything incorrect, you can always have a check on it. Yeah. Vibhor, of course, we can do that, right? We can always pick up the average speed. Yes, in both cases, the moment you pick up the average speed, you will have the time taken to cover whatever is the total distance. Yes, consider it D. Yeah, superb, superb, Vibhor. When will the next topic start, Jagrati? Tomorrow. We'll start the next topic tomorrow. Our topic for tomorrow would be ratios and proportions. With that, I think we would be putting an end to the arithmetic part of it. Yes. Great, superb. Yeah, Nikhil, correct. Yes, let's take a sip. I guess you've understood this, right? Something that will not take, more than 90 seconds, even if you do it in the longer way. Yes. Cheers to you guys. Prince, do you have a question? Why 2 by 9? The question is asking what? The question is asking time taken by Balram. Is it Balram? Sorry, Balram तो यहाँ पर है chat में कौन है? Bimal. Time taken by Bimal is how much exceeding than time taken by Amal. Yes. So our answer would be what? Percentage change would basically be Bimal's time minus time taken by Amal over Amal's time, because exceeding पूछा है. So when they talk about greater than, you take the smaller value as the base value, right? This we've spoken in percentages. You can probably have a look at that there. Yeah, superb, superb, great, amazing, Girish, amazing. You can also go for the average speed. That will, cut down the time a bit, but then you'll have to be sure of the average speed. That's it. Acha, it's Jagrati. I am so sorry, Jagrati. Yeah, I'm just confused between names here, right? Jagrati. That actually makes more sense than Jagrati, because then it just makes you a big bhakt of Ma Ambe or whatever. I'm sorry. So Jagrati it is. Great. Meenakshi, if you are willing to give me that, I will join you any day. Okay, so another question. Are you guys ready? Yes, the next question would be on the screen any second. Quickly tell me if you are ready. Urvi says I. Do you mean I am ready or okay? I don't know. Great. Okay, let's start with the next question. Then next question on the screen for you guys, and the timer has begun as well. Very simple question, involves a little bit, very small part of geometry, very basic part of geometry, something that you would understand right away. Yes, probably something that you would not have forgotten at all, even if it has been a long time since you've touched geometry. This is something you wouldn't have forgotten at all. Great, Jagrati. I'm glad that you were able to take it lightly. Yes, guys. 50% of the time's gone. 50% of the time has been spent. Yes, you have a little more time left, about 40 seconds left. Quickly do it. Come up with the answer. Very simple question. Very simple question. Would not take, uh, you know, a lot of time. 30 seconds are gone. 30 seconds. This was again asked in 2019's CAT's first slot. Yes. As your time is about to get over, your time is about to get over. You just need a simple understanding here. Your time is up. Trikarsh, somebody, somebody throw some water on him or use a fire extinguisher because this guy is on fire. Trikarsh has got it. Nikhil has got it as well. Superb, Nikhil. Vibhor, Vibhor has got an answer, not the right answer. An answer. Please check Vibhor. 12 is not the right answer though. Anuj at it again. Superb, Anuj. Great, great. I think if we are able to answer these questions at this rate, then I think time, speed, and distance is done and dusted. Yeah, super. So what do we have here as questions? We have the wheels of bicycles A and B have radii 30 and 40. Okay. Why do we need radius of wheels? Why do we need the radius of wheels? Why? Because see, if there is a wheel, we know wheel is circular, right? Obviously. So a circular object, if we were to find out how much distance can it cover, right? So let's say, so this is the ground, right? This is the ground. Yes. So the point of contact is this. Yes, this is the point of contact. Now what happens? The wheel rotates, right? The wheel rotates and then some distance is covered. Yes. So if I were to find out how much distance is covered from here till here, yes, from here till here, or again to reach the same point of contact. Yes, if I say this is point P, the same point of contact, if it again has to reach, it basically has to cover what distance? This particular distance, correct? That is nothing but what? The circumference. Yes. So all we have to figure out using the distance, right, to find out the distance is the circumference. Now, so in first round, let's call this as first round or first rotation, right? In first rotation, what happens, or first revolution, what happens? One circumference is covered, correct? Then for two revolutions, what will happen? Two circumferences would be covered. Three revolutions, what will happen? Three circumferences would be covered. Yes. Or in other terms, the distance. The distance would be basically what? Number of revolutions, that is R, into the circumference of the wheel. Correct? Would you agree to that? Any confusions with this? The distance covered by the wheel is basically what? The number of revolutions into the circumference. Yes, correct. Super. Yeah, now we have this. Now we know why radius is given to us, right? Great. So one is 30, the other is 40. While traveling a certain distance, each wheel of A is required 5,000 more revolutions than B. Yes, so what do we know about revolution? So we know two things. We know the radius of what? Wheel bicycle A and bicycle B. Yes, one that the radius is what? What is the radius here? Not revolutions. This is the radius. Let's not confuse ourselves with the same variables, right? Okay, radius. So this is what? A's is 30, the other is 40. Super. What else do we know? That A requires 5,000 more revolutions than B. So if I say these are the number of revolutions taken by wheels of B, then in case of A, what would happen? R plus 5,000 revolutions, correct? Super. If bicycle B traveled this distance in 45 minutes, so what is this distance? We know the radius, we need the circumference for it, right? And we know the number of revolutions. Yes. Can we use this to figure out the speed then? Yes. Yeah, if bicycle B traveled this distance in 45 minutes, then its speed in kilometer per hour was how much? Yes, so what do we need in this question? We need to find the speed of bicycle B. That is nothing but the distance covered by it over the time taken. Yes, time is given to us very beautifully as what? 45. Distance is nothing but what? Number of revolutions into what? The circumference. Yes, now what is given to us? Yeah, that this distance was covered in 45 minutes, right? Now what do we know? We know that both of these distances are the same. Yes, how do we know? While traveling a certain distance. Yes, while traveling a certain distance, which means the distance covered by both of these are the same. Yes, now what is distance? So what do we know here? Circumference. So radius is 30, guys. Radius given to us is 30, which means what is circumference? Can you quickly tell me how much? What is circumference in terms of radius? 2 pi r. Yes. So for radius to be 30, what will be the circumference? 60 pi. Yes. And for the radius to be 40, what will be the circumference? 80 pi. Not qt pi, 80 pi. Yes, okay. And what do we know about the revolutions? This is R plus 5,000. Yes, R and R plus 5,000. And what do we know for a fact? We know for a fact that these two distances are the same. Yes, which means circumference into number of revolutions here, that is 60 pi into R plus 500, or sorry, 5,000 is the same. Since the distances are same, we know distance is nothing but what? Number of revolutions into the circumference. Yes. So this is the distance covered by bicycle A. Bicycle B's distance would be what? 80 pi into R. So here using this we can quickly calculate what is the value of R. I'm just gonna reduce this a little bit. Yes, so what is this? 3R plus 15,000 is equal to 4R, or in other terms R would be what? 15,000. So I'm just doing a piece of calculation mentally. Yes, I'm doing this calculation mentally so that I don't have to write another step. Yes, great. So R is 15,000. R is what? 15,000. We've gotten this. We can clearly use this in this particular equation, right? So let's do that real quick. Yes, just as a continuation of where we left. R into C in this case is what? R is 15,000. What is the circumference? Circumference is 80 pi divided by 45. Now here we haven't converted anything. Yes, this is in terms of centimeters. This is in terms of minutes. So what will we have to do? Convert. We'll have to convert centimeters to kilometers, and we'll have to convert minutes to hours. Yes, how do you convert minutes to hours? 1 minute is 60, sorry, 1 hour is 60 minutes, or 1 minute is 1 by 60. So instead of dividing it by 60, I take a reciprocal, it comes here 60. Yes. Now what do you know about converting centimeter to kilometer? So if you have a problem doing that, then quickly do this, right? 1 meters, yes, 1 meters is 100 centimeters. Yes, and 1 kilometer is 1000 meters. Yes, so and I know 1 meter is 100 centimeters, so just two more zeros. Yes. So what do we have here? We have 100,000 centimeters is 1 kilometers. Yes. Or I'll have to divide. This is in centimeter already. I'm going to have to convert it into kilometers, which means I'll have to divide this by 100,000. Yes. What makes it easy for us is there are a lot of zeros in the numerator also. 3, 4, 5. So this goes off. Yes. And what do you know? This is once. This is thrice. This would be twice. Yes. So 8 into 2 into pi, which is nothing but 16 pi. Yes. What's the answer? 16 pi is the right answer. Yeah. So I've done this conversion towards the end. Yes, because there were too many zeros and I could have cancelled it, dodged the bullet. Yes. If you think no, doing that here, ad hoc conversions is complicated, I'm not good at that, then what I'd suggest is calculate distance separately, convert it, calculate time separately, convert. Yes. So what would distance become then? Distance would be what? Distance is 15,000 number of revolutions into 80 pi. Yes, 15,000 into 80 pi over, I still know this, I have to divide it by 100,000. Yes, to convert centimeters to kilometers. Yes, so what would happen? Again, 3 zeros, 1 zero, 4 zeros are gone. Yes, this would be how much? Thrice, this would be twice, and this would be 4 times. So 4 into 3 pi is 12 pi. So the distance is 12 pi. What is the time? Time given to us is 45 minutes. Yes, converted into hours, 45 by 60, which is nothing but 3/4. Yes. So the time is 3/4 of an hour. The distance is 12 pi. Clear? Now it would be easy for you to divide 12 pi by 3 by 4, which is 12 by 3 into 4. That is 16 pi. Yes. Got it? Anuj Prince, I don't think we need a shortcut here. It's just the calculations that are complex. Yes, the calculations are complex. Otherwise, you don't need a shortcut here. Yes. Any confusions here? This looks long only because of the calculation, right? If you notice, the concept part of it is very straightforward. Concept wala part is very straightforward. If calculations mein time lag raha hai, which is something that's easily doable. Yes, got it. Yeah. Meenakshi, as much as I'd love to, help you answer this question here, I we already have a preset number of questions. So if you want, we can take this up on Telegram. You can contact me on Telegram. Yes, I would help you as well as Akash reach your destination. Yeah. So just contact me on Telegram. Send this to me on Telegram, and I'll help you there. Yeah. Okay. Urvi, okay, you take a lot of time in understanding. That's because you are not very acquainted with the question and the words used there. Yes. The more you practice, the better you will become acquainted with the given situations. Ultimately, you will be able to realize all this real quick, and the representation in terms of equations or in terms of visual aids or tables, whatever, would be very simple. Yeah. I understand, Prince. Yeah, it is time taking, but only the part where we have the calculations. Apart from that, very simple. Yeah, calculation wala part is time taking. Fir bhi, even if I do this at my slowest, right? Or even if you do it at your slowest, it will not take you more than 90 seconds. Got it? Okay. Yeah, long question, not difficult question, long question, right? Time consuming, not stressful, right? Not irritating question. Yeah. Super. So let's raise this for 2019's CAT also, being too merciful on us. Yes. Cheers to you guys. All right. Are you ready for the next question, guys? The next question, yes, on the screen, 90 seconds on the clock. Very simple question, very simple question. Just understand what this is saying, right? All you have to do is just understand what this is saying, and we are through already. Very simple question. Not more than 30 seconds you would require if at all you know the idea behind this. So if you can imagine the idea behind this, you have the answer. Avik, we are done with profit and loss. Profit and loss was the second concept that we had touched. Yes. You can check out those videos on the playlist, right? Those videos are available on the playlist. If you subscribe to Unacademy CAT, just go to their playlist. It would be there, right? That was the second topic that we've dealt with. Time, no, after percentages. That's profit and loss. Yes. SICI, we are yet to touch. Yeah. Okay, 30 seconds are up, guys. This is from the second slot of 2019. The second slot of 2019. First question from that. Very simple question. बहुत ही easy है समझने में. Just understand the situation. Just visualize the situation. Already have the answer. Vibhor has given the answer. Beautiful, Vibhor. Great. Have you already seen this question, Vibhor? As in when you gave your CAT, was the second slot that you visited, or was it the first slot that you had to encounter? Right, guys, your time is up. Yes, your 90 seconds are exhausted. Nikhil, yes, I'll do that. I'll towards the end of the session, I'll tell you what the Telegram ID is and what my Telegram ID is as well. Of course, I will. Hi, Chetan. Hello. Great. Vibhor, Nikhil, Trikash, superb. 15 is the right answer. Great, guys. 15 is the right answer. Yes. Oh, you gave first slot. Okay, okay, Vibhor. So first slot again, quite simple. The questions were very direct. Great. Anyone else? Is that it? Okay, let us talk about a trap answer here. But before that, let's read this question. Okay, cyclist leaves A at 10 a.m. and reaches B at 11 a.m. So there's A to B. Yes. Starts at 10 a.m. So this is the cyclist, right? Starts at 10 a.m. Reaches at 11 a.m. which means it takes him 1 hour to cycle all the way from A to B. Super. 1 hour it takes him to do this. Okay, great. What is told to us now? It is told that from 10:01, starting from 10:01, every minute a motorcycle leaves A and moves towards B, which means at 10:01, one motorcycle left to B. Every minute, which means at 10:02, another motorcycle would have left. Yes, 10:03 and so on. Okay. And 45 such motorcycles, right? 45 such motorcycles reach there by 11 a.m. which means if at 10:01 first motorcycle left, 10:02 second motorcycle left, then for the 45th motorcycle to leave, what should have been the time? 10:45. Yes. So at 10:45 this leaves and reaches there by 11 a.m. Super. If the cyclist had doubled his speed, if this guy has gone double speed, yes, then what would have happened? They're asking how many motorcycles would have reached B by the time the cyclist reached B. Yes, which basically means by what? When the time is doubled. Yes, what do we know? We know that when the distance is constant, yes, time and speed are inversely proportional. Correct? So what are they saying? They're saying the speed is doubled. If the speed is doubled, what will happen to the time? It will go half. Yes. So instead of 1 hour now, he will take what? 30 minutes. Yes. To go from A to B. 30 minutes. Which means if he starts at 10, he will reach there by 10:30. Yes. The question is asking how many motorbikes would reach there, right? How many motorcycles would reach? So see here, we figured out that the last, yes, before the cyclist doubled his speed, the last motorcycle left at 10:45. Yes, and it reached at 11 a.m. Correct? So can I say by this starts at 10:45, reaches by 11 a.m. So can I say one motorbike, right? One motorbike takes 15 minutes to cover this distance? Yes, 15 minutes to cover this distance. Correct? Yes. Yeah. Now what is told? The cyclist will reach there by 10:30. Yes, the cyclist will reach there by 10:30, which means the last guy to reach here, the last motorbiker to reach here, right? The last motorcyclist to reach here should have left 15 minutes before 10:30. Do you agree? Yes. So 10:30, this guy would also reach, the last motorcyclist. Yes. And he takes 15 minutes to reach here because anyone who leaves after that would not reach B in time. They will reach at 10:31, 10:32, and so on. 10:30 is the last time. Yes. Which means 15 minutes before that, that basically means 10:15 is when this guy would have started. The motorcyclist, not the cyclist, the guy on the motorbike. Yes, I know 10:01 the first guy left, 10:02 the second guy left, and so on. Which means at 10:15, which guy would have left? The 15th guy. Yes, which means how many people, how many motorcyclists? I had this table here for no reason. Anyway, yeah, 15 motorcyclists. Should have used this table though. Anyway, we use the other part of the slide. Yeah, but the idea here is what the answer is that. So this question, like Vibhor says, is more logical than mathematical, right? So if you understand the logic, you have the answer right in front of you. Yes, correct, Vibhor. Great, superb, superb. Any questions for this? Any questions for this problem? Any queries? Any confusions? Anything that will make you think, sir, how I don't understand? Anyone? None? Okay, now what I want you to look at is a trap answer, right? So I said there is a trap answer. The trap answer here is option A. Generally, what people would think if the time went half, yes, earlier it was some time, then the speed became double, which means the time will go half. Then the number of motorcyclists will also go half. 45's half is what? 22.5. There can't be half a motorcyclist. We can't have a motorcyclist with just one wheel and the other wheel not there, right? Half motorcyclist not possible. So the real answer would be 22. Yes, but then this is a trap. Yes, clear. So here the key is what? The time taken by the motorcycle, right? The time taken by the motorcycle to reach the other spot. That's the key here. 15 minutes is the key. Yes, this helps us answer the entire question in a jiffy. Yeah, superb, superb, guys. Great. Correct, Anuj. 15 is the right answer. Yes, great. Okay, guys, anyone who's been asking for the Telegram link that has been shared to you, the Telegram link has been shared to you. Please quickly click on that and join. Yes, if you haven't already liked this video, subscribe to this video or shared this video, quickly do that. Yeah. Also, if you haven't already taken up the Unacademy subscription, guys, I'm going to tell you this is the place to be, right? This is where almost all good learning is happening, right? So when I say good learning, I'm not saying the one that we're doing here is not good, but then here it's more polished. At the plus, it's more polished, it's more concentrated, and the environment is totally dedicated towards getting the score that you've always wanted to. Yes. So apart from what we do here, there'd be leaderboard and also test series and analysis. So you don't have to pay separately for mock tests and its analysis. Yes, everything as a package. Great part about it is live doubt clearing sessions. Yes, so I see how a lot of people use Telegram to ask me questions. Yes, also some people use ask questions here. Yeah, so this can be done in a more clear format, in a more live format there at Plus. So all you have to do is take up the subscription, and in order to do that, all you'll have to do is what? Download the Unacademy's learning app, get the subscription, go for Plus. The fee is very nominal. Yes, something that is totally affordable. And if you go for the 12 months one, the 1 year one, it's less than 1500 a month, which is very, very much doable. Yeah, all you'll have to do is what? Use the code Surana Live. Yes, uh, The Surana Live code, if you use, you will get a 10% discount, and also will let me know that you've joined this because of Amit Sura. Yeah. Great, guys. Today was amazing. If you haven't already liked and haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and do that, guys. Do not forget to like this video before leaving, because you've learned something new here and you have to let me know that. Yes. Share this with your friends. Use the hashtag CatLiveDaily to let people know that you are attending the session daily and you're preparing for CAT. I will see you tomorrow again at 6:30 p.m. with ratios and proportions. Until then, good night, guys. Have a great evening, rest of the evening, whatever is remaining. Yeah. Thank you very much, guys. Bye bye.